The adoption scandal deepens in Good American Family Episode 3. Christine Bennett is questioning the authenticity of her adopted daughter's age in the third episode of Hulu's Good American Family. After discovering that 7-year-old Natalia Grace has pubic hair, Christine's life begins to spiral out of control as she searches for answers. Here is a recap of the third installment of this dramatic adaptation of a true story. Hours after her arrest, Christine Barnett, Ellen Pompeo, is out on bail. She returns to the hotel with pizza for her sons, finding them all tuned into the news, which is broadcasting a story about how Christine was arrested on charges relating to abandoning a child she had adopted. She tells her sons that the story is false, something their father pinned on her. But Jacob Aaron Potter smartly asks how they could make an arrest without evidence. The boys ask if their dad will be arrested too. Christine speculates that he took a plea deal. We see Michael Barnett, Mark Duplass, also enjoying pizza, watching the news with his wife Jennifer, Kim Shaw, and their kids. He seems excited to see that his ex-wife got arrested, but his enjoyment is interrupted by a phone call. Detective Drysdale DeLay Hill didn't call to celebrate, but to warn Michael that he, too, should expect felony charges. Michael is confused and angry, thinking they were friends and that he had immunity. After giving Natalia Grace a physical examination, Dr. Stephen Lawrence, David Paymer, meets with Christine and Michael in private. He's never seen pubic hair on a 7-year-old before and asks if she's having periods. Christine and Michael don't know, and Christine doesn't think Natalia would tell them if she were. He suggests that an endocrinologist assess her hormones. Michael worries about the cost since they haven't met their deductible yet, but Christine mentions his promotion, and that shuts him up. Dr. Lawrence also mentions that Natalia will need surgery for her clubfoot and hips, which surprised Christine and Michael because they paid First Path $7,000 to recoup Natalia's previous family's losses for those same procedures. Dr. Lawrence says that if Natalia had those operations, there would be scars, and she has none. Christine tells Michael that she found out that First Path closed and is part of a class action lawsuit for numerous infractions, including forged birth certificates. Mike gets angry that she didn't tell him sooner, and Christine's claim that she was trying to protect him doesn't make him feel any better. If First Path lied about the surgeries, what else are they lying about? She asks, as she continues to speculate that Natalia is older than 7. Dr. Lawrence doesn't push back. Instead, he brings up how she was right about Jacob so that he would take her concern seriously. Natalia Grace, Imogen Faith Reed, goes through a series of medical evaluations, which we see in a quick montage that culminates in an appointment with Dr. Randy Birch, Tracy Thoms. Christine tells her that because of Natalia's rare form of dwarfism, the usual metrics for age determination aren't precise. Dr. Birch shares that if Natalia is over the age of 18, she could be clinically determined to have sociopathy. However, if she's still a child, she seems to have reactive attachment disorder, a rarity found primarily in children abandoned as infants. Dr. Birch's advice is to treat Natalia like a baby, giving her the infancy bonding period she missed. Christine scoffs at the treatment, which includes bottle-feeding Natalia, but Michael is eager to try it. Natalia's evaluation period has taken over a month. By now, the article about Jacob's success has spread far and wide, and Christine is so busy with requests from parents of children on the autism spectrum that she needs to create a website as a resource to field some of the most frequently asked questions. She leaves Michael to follow Dr. Birch's advice, but she isn't helpful as she watches Natalia reject the baby treatment. However, she doesn't mind intervening when Natalia needs to be reprimanded, sending her on a walk around the block with her walker when she throws the spoon across the kitchen. While Michael deals with the last day of operation at his Circuit City store, Christine fills out a FOIA request for Natalia's immigration documents. She gets excited when she gets a phone call requesting an at-home interview. She sings as she goes about her household chores, putting laundry away in Natalia's room. But when she opens her closet door, she is shocked to find a series of bloody socks on the floor. Christine waits outside of school to pick up the kids. Dr. Wachter, Kyle Bornheimer, sees her and tells her Natalia is doing much better in class, but he's worried that she isn't making friends her own age. He shares that Natalia prefers to eat lunch with the teachers, and they're getting frustrated by that. He asks if her brothers can take turns eating lunch with her. Val, Soraya Blue, sees Christine, who brags about her interview, and Val invites her friend over to celebrate tonight. When Natalia walks over, she is more excited to say hi to Val than to Christine. When Val tells Natalia about her mom's big interview tomorrow, she asks, "Why would anyone put her on TV?" The comment seems to upset Christine. Michael sits on the floor of his empty office, talking to Jennifer as they clear out the store for the last time. Christine tries to call him, but he lets it go to voicemail. Mike reveals to Jennifer that he hasn't told his wife about the store closing yet. She is surprised his wife hasn't heard about it on the news, since it's been 3 months since Circuit City announced they were closing all stores. He tells her that Christine doesn't watch the news. Jennifer advises him not to lie, pointing to her pregnant belly and citing that as the reason she's about to be a single mother. She tells him to buy some flowers and break the news to her tonight. On the drive home, Christine asks Natalia about the bloody socks she found in her closet. "I dunno," Natalia answers, humming and kicking her legs in the backseat. Christine asks if Natalia knows what a period is, offering to show her how to use a tampon. "I don't need you to," Natalia says. Christine interprets this to mean that Natalia already knows how to use one, but Natalia asks her to leave her alone. Christine keeps talking as they approach the driveway, a boy playing basketball in the street. Natalia leans forward and covers Christine's eyes, causing her to almost hit the child. Michael, who was sitting on the front porch with a bouquet waiting for Christine, rushes to the car and opens Natalia's door. She cries, saying she was so scared, as he consoles her. Christine tells him what Natalia did, but she cries to Michael that Mommy is mean to her. "You're the only one who understands me," she tells him. Christine is furious, announcing that she is taking the boys to Val's, and he can stay and feed Natalia from a bottle. Christine and Val drink wine in Val's closet as Christine tries on an outfit to borrow for the interview. As they chat, Val likens Christine's situation with Natalia to the movie The Orphan, about a serial killer with dwarfism who poses as a child. The thought seems to scare Christine, who agrees that it sounds similar to her situation with Natalia. Val tells Christine about a therapist who specializes in troubled teens whose services are all conducted online via video. Christine and Jacob, alas Delman, are surrounded by cameras in their living room as JT, Kelly Sry, interviews them. Christine brags about trusting her motherly intuition and not accepting results from doctors who told her Jacob would never have the life he leads today. The conversation is mostly centered around Christine and her heroism, but she gets thrown off when she notices a bloody tampon on the floor behind the interviewer. She asks that the conversation shift to Jacob. As Christine makes dinner, Jacob goes to the kitchen to tell her he doesn't want to do any more TV interviews. Christine thinks it's because she got distracted, but he tells her he doesn't like the way she talks about herself. "Your voice gets different," he says. "You just don't seem like yourself." Christine promises they won't do any more TV interviews. Michael and Natalia return home, asking how the interview went. Christine meets them in the atrium. "I found what you left me in the living room," she tells Natalia, who giggles. She demands that Natalia tell her father what she did. "I have a period, and I've been hiding it," she tells Michael, who asks how long she's been having them. "I dunno," she responds. "Mommy said it. Ask her." Michael tries to clarify if Natalia is actually having periods, or if her mommy just thinks she is. "I don't know what's going on," Natalia tells him. Christine is outraged, calling Natalia a liar as she brings up the bloody socks, the accident Natalia almost caused her to get into, and thinks the bloody tampon was an attempt to sabotage the interview. Children don't know how to manipulate like this, Michael, Christine snaps at him before directing her attention to Natalia. You are not 7 years old, admit it, she yells at the girl. Christine tells them she will no longer pretend that Natalia is a kid.